Okay, so it's recording in progress. Okay, so this is the final presentation for the day. So we're just gonna discuss what the teams did in the hackathon, share about their project, um, and yeah, see what interesting stuff you guys have built. So who wants to take over first? I see Nikhil on my screen. Do you want to go ahead first, Nikhil?
Yeah, sure, Mithul.
Okay,
There's
yeah,
one guy, let him join.
sure.
There's Anshul Kumar.
Okay. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's
Ask the
good.
team members. Let them answer this question.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if if the leads as well as the juniors they have enjoyed together, and if this was interesting combination of linking juniors with seniors. Yeah, I'm curious to
It
hear about
was
others.
kind of more of
Mhm.
learning new things. And I want to say thanks to every team member. They have really worked hard and got the outputs.
That's good. Yeah,
Hope everyone is
yeah, that's going to be a final thank you at the end. Uh, cool.
Yeah, he has joined.
Join. Okay, okay. You can share
Okay,
your
let me
screen and
jump
we can get started.
to the.
Sure, sure.
Yep. I'm good. Good afternoon. No, not even good afternoon. Sorry. Good evening. Hope you're doing fantastic. Our
It's
project
actually
was
good
all
night
about the.
for me.
Okay. Uh,
Yeah, go
Actually, our
ahead.
project was from the personalized fitness and nutrition HN. It's kind of removing any personal trainer or nutrition in the gym and replace it with a AI agent, which can guide accordingly with your diet plans and nutrition based on the personal historical data which you will be providing to our model. This was my team. We had Kishan, Anshul, Pajwal, and Umrao.
Share, are you
Then
sharing your
coming to
slides? Because we don't see it.
okay, okay, I'm
Yeah.
sharing the slides. Uh, are you able to
Yeah,
see
I
now?
can. Yeah, I can see the slides now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. The project title is Personalized Fitness and Nutrition Agent. This was a team like myself, Kishan, Anshul, and Prajwal, and Umrul. And thank you each and everyone for their participation and the efforts you guys put into the project. Uh, Coming to the problem statement, mm, we all know, uh, we all know the fitness and nutrition industry is a big industry. Coming to the exact problem statement and the sales point of view, as a business point of view, where I can sell this app is, let's assume there is a gym called X gym has maybe nutritionist dietitian or may not. Now the thing is, the X gym has 100 clients. For 100 clients, they want an appropriate and accurate plans for each and every individual client. The thing is, when it comes to the fitness trainer or nutrition, they plan according and give generic, not so individual specific based on the data. Second thing is we can use ChatGPT as well. Any open source LLMs, we can give the input data like my age is 24 and my weight is 70 kgs and give me the plan. But again, the drawback of open source LLMs are they won't give the accurate or individual specific results. They're gonna give the generic answer, generic plans. To overcome that problem, we are using the RAG method and take up the OpenAI API key with the help of building our own Python agent. So can we can train the model on our personal data, private data, on our personal historical data. We can let our model give the result our personalized plan accordingly. This is the problem statement, and with the business point of view, we can look out for the clients like gyms as well as nutrition or fitness departments or fitness industry. Approach of the problem is pretty much challenge of building a personalized fitness and nutrition agent was methodical, and the entire source code, entire coding part is done in the VS Code, nothing like Google Colab with Jupyter Notebook. We integrated our open API key gave us the edge of connecting the LLM OpenAI LLM, and with the help of Llama Index, we have efficiently managed the data and indexing and creating the embeddings of our textual data. At the end, we have created an Streamlit web application uh, to give the output, and we deployed it through the Gig phase. This is how the architecture goes on. We are the unstructured data. We gave the data to the Lambda index to deal with data ingestion, data indexing, and all. We connected OpenAI LLM with an API. Then we created the Streamlit web app and deployed through the hacking phase. Yep. Now coming to the demo. Uh, Kishan, can you share it? Uh, no, Kishan. I guess Anshul has the front end part. You can anyone can go ahead, Kishan or Anshul. Now let's jump into the demo part.
The link of the app is on the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Are you guys able to see?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's more of kind of question and answer. You come up with your question, what are all that uh, personalized plan or a nutrition you want to know. It's kind of deal in the genre of the fitness, and you're gonna get the response. For this, right now we have trained on the uh, PDF of books. We have trained like 10 to 15 fitness related books, PDF data, unstructured data. With respect to the use case or the problem statement we are solving, as I said earlier, for example, there is a gym called so X. There are 100 individual clients the gym has or the fitness center has. Uh, the 100 we need to feed 100 clients. We need to have separate SQL database. It has 100 individuals data on what is their progress with respect to the weight or with respect to their health, with respect to the nutrition and entire individual chart. so that we can train on that personal data for more mm, kind of say uh, individual plans. Again, here it is kind of bit of generic because we are trained on the uh, books related to the fitness. Yep. uh, Thank you guys, and if you have any queries you can ask.
Yeah, interesting project. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for you and your team for putting in time and effort to creating create such a interesting project. So a few things on this end, and then again, feel free to ask questions, everyone. In terms of the resources that you have used to learn how to build this, um, what were some of the resources that you used to teach yourself and your team?
uh, uh, there are some GitHub repositories as well as there are Medium articles and YouTube videos. Like
Nice.
kind of this were the sources. Sources are pretty much simple: YouTube, Medium, and GitHub repositories.
Mhm. And then in terms of the teammates, how did you guys enjoy, working with Nikhil and as part of a team? Did you guys enjoy this hackathon?
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Actually, I was disconnected from this like coding 3 4 months. So like when I like started hackathon, it was like I was like hesitant that I would do it or not. Like as I started doing it, everyone was cooperative and project was very interesting. And like as he said that he gave us a Medium article and the GitHub repositories to like easily follow up.
Mhm.
So it was like very good and experience.
Okay. So it was a comeback for you in the programming world. That's great to hear. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else
Uh,
want to
ju-
share anything?
ju-
Mhm.
just one limitation. I felt like it would have been fantastic if I had done in Azure with the entire CI/CD pipeline. It would be more of a production level, production grade project.
Yeah, definitely. And I would encourage you guys to do it. I mean, if you guys, it's a weekend, if you guys wanna come together and finish this off, deploy it, do CI/CD stuff, feel free. It's an interesting project, and I definitely think you could add in MLOps stuff in there. So yeah, I encourage you guys to do it.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions for Nikhil and his team?
Can you
No.
share the link of resources?
Yep, I will be doing it in WhatsApp group directly. So everyone, I will do one thing.
So
I will make one drive
yep.
link. In the drive link, I
Mhm.
will put the resources as well as the GitHub repository and everything in one
Uh,
drive link and put it up in the group. Is it okay with you?
Otherwise, what you can do is, so Nikhil, what you can do is, the best way to do it is on GitHub itself. So on GitHub, since you guys are building a project,
Mm,
right? So why not document everything and just have
mm,
everything on GitHub? So include a README file, add a detailed description about your project, add in the resources that you used, so everything in there, and include the code and everything, right? So document everything.
got
So
it.
rather than Google Drive, where Google Drive, people won't look at it.
Mm,
Whereas
mm, mm.
GitHub, it's a place where even recruiters look at it, right? And people can clone your
True.
repositories and then expand that project. So I would say, do it on GitHub. Include a detailed README file. README files are important. So document everything there. Just one thing, since you guys are using Open AI, make sure you don't push the API key to GitHub.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, remove the API key. Don't make that mistake. Um,
Mm,
yeah. So
yep. Got it.
Cool. Okay. So any other questions? And then in terms of the README, I'll share something with you guys. I'm not sure how many of you know about this, but this is really handy. So how many people know about readme.so?
No.
Have you guys heard about it before? No? Okay, I'll just quickly show you. It's really handy. So when you create README files, you go and write the markdown syntax in README. So instead, what you can do is you can come here on readme.so, and this is your editor. This is how it looks like. And then you can select sections from the side. So for example, I have 4 sections here, and I just rename them. So title and description, and then I just added in some description. Then I have some table of content, right? Then I did some installation, so I can add like code like this. Then I've included the project structure, right? And then I have some demo code. And then this is what my README looks like, right? And all I have to do is I can just download it, or I can go to raw. I just copy all of that. I go to my GitHub and just paste it in the README file. Really simple, right? You can add more, so you can add
Got it.
acknowledgement, and once you add that acknowledgement, you get something like this, and you can update it. So, and a few things about the README file, make it as uh, technical and documented as possible, and include, for example, here you see the project structure. So include all of those things in your README file, and how to run your code, right? So include that as well. Create an environment, right? And all of this you can find on the documentation page here, if you guys are interested. So yeah, you can find, how to organize the project and all that stuff here. Okay, so I'll put this link in the chat for everyone. Okay, so yeah, so if no questions for Nikhil, good job, Nikhil and the team. Yeah, let's hear it from Anshul.
Thank you. Thank you, Mithil.
Everyone. Someone share the link on
So,
WhatsApp group as well.
sorry.
Say that again.
The link on WhatsApp group as well. Someone can share it.
Yeah, someone can just put it in the WhatsApp group, or I can do it afterwards. Yeah.
Yes, so my team is still working on the project. Like, I'll give a brief about what the problem was. So, the client, Right Video, an OTT company, they released their paid Prime membership, and they had provided us the data for 1 year for all of their customers. Some of them had subscribed to their platform, and some of them didn't. So, they wanted us to basically give a propensity score to the customers who haven't subscribed to their platform yet, so that they can basically channel their marketing efforts. So they wanted to know which customers are more inclined to subscribe to their platform in the coming months. So since this problem was sort of forecasting, short term forecasting, you can say, so it required heavy feature engineering in terms of X variables. So these are the 5 steps that we utilized. So the first was the basic understanding of the problem statement, knowing that client provided the binary classified data as not subscribed and subscribed. Uh,
at the same time wanted to get an inclination score for the upcoming month. So this was the main understanding of the problem statement. And then the team had done EDA, like check what all columns were having null values, handling them with mean or median, and then some columns were at customer month level and some were at customer level. So Abhishek and Rishi, they did quite well on this. They did all the EDA part, and some of the columns like gender. So for the client, we can't really say that male is a better subscriber next month as compared to a female. So these specific columns were dropped by using all the business logics. And then we proceeded onto feature engineering. So since the client wanted to predict for new month, in sense they wanted to get an inclination score for the upcoming months, the team basically built the data in such a way that we utilize the past data to derive the relationship between the past data and current subscription status. So Aditya specifically and Ram did a very fine job in this. They were quite good at understanding what was needed. So they did all the feature engineering part. And then it was straightforward. Once we had our data engineered, then we utilized RF regressor to basically assign an inclination score. Once we had the inclination score, the final part was to measure the model, basically whether our model was giving us the appropriate score for the upcoming customers or not. So this becomes an issue since the data was binary classified and we wanted an inclination score. So what team suggested, this was suggested by whole team, that we would evaluate the model as a classification model only. We'll basically first assign a regressed score and then classify it into 1 or 0, and then evaluate the model and then judge the model basis on the classification done. So this was done by the team. The modeling stage is still in progress. I think the main key here was to understand that we wanted an inclination score for upcoming months, so that how we would be able to, how do we need to basically create lag variables. I think that was the key thing. And I think team did quite well on this. Yeah, so that was from my team. Mithil.
Thanks, Achal, for sharing. And again, thanks to you and your team for putting in the effort and creating a beautiful project. And yeah, I do see a real value of this, in a company. Um, and it's a very important problem to solve, right? And yeah, you guys have been working as part of a team, discussing, sharing, brainstorming ideas with each other. Yeah, it's a good job. And yeah, well, we'll be curious to see how it turns out once you guys have completed your project. Do share it in the chat. And
Sure, sure.
yeah, any questions for Anshul?
So how do you convert?
And
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you convert, classification into propensity scores? So I didn't get that part. Can you explain?
Yes. So the data that was provided by client, so I had synthesized the data by my own understanding and like taking the inspiration from 2 to 3 data sets uploaded online. So the data provided was binary classified, like whether a customer for a specific month has subscribed to the platform or not. This was the data provided. But the at the same time, for the upcoming month, for the months for which we don't have the data, for that specific month, client actually wants an and a score, basically an inclination score, a propensity score. So what we did was we took one, basically utilized subscribed and not non-subscribed as 1 and 0, and then trained a regression model instead of a classification model. We trained a regression model, we assigned the propensity score. Once we had the propensity score, we again converted that into 1 and 0, and then treated our model as classification model, and then evaluated how well our model was performing.
Okay. So it's like taking the probability scores as a
Yes,
propensity.
yes.
So just to follow up on that, so you basically, I'm guessing you, as a team, you guys decided a threshold beyond which it would be a 1, and then below that it would be a 0 for the
Yes,
score?
yes, yes. Since we had balanced y variable, like the number of records for 1 and 0 were almost similar, so we had decided to take up threshold as zero point 0.5. So any value above zero point 0.5 would become as subscribed, and any value below zero point 0.5 would become as non-subscribed.
Got it. And then how would the marketing team use the output from you guys to target customers?
Yes. So, speaking from my own experience, usually marketing teams actually have uh, equations, basically how sensitive the high customers are and how sensitive the low customers are. So, let's say we assign a score of zero point 0.4 to a customer in the upcoming month, like their propensity score. So, they already have from their past experience how well, basically what is the sensitivity of the zero point 0.4 rated customer is, and basically uh, they basically already have the equations with them, and those equations are then further utilized to channel the marketing efforts. So if a customer is falling in the low propensity score group, so they using the some sort of curve, it could be a sigmoid curve or negative exponential curve, we can actually assign the promotion, and then using the curve we can basically get an estimated sales or revenue that would come from those promotions given out.
So it's a combination of two things, right? So you assign a score to a customer, but at the same time, you also look at, the customer's lifetime value as to how much they have spent with you,
Yes, that is the
right?
that is another problem, but yeah, like that is a
Got
preceding
it.
problem, you can say.
Okay. So combining those two, then the marketing team can make decisions as to which customers to focus on and then which not.
Yes, and how much
Yeah,
promotion needs to be given out.
got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very interesting problem. Like the second part, the customer lifetime, that's what I've worked on before. Yeah, the first part, it's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions or any feedback? I'm not sure if any of your team members are here to share any feedback.
Yeah, I think it was a great project. To be honest, I think Anshul picked up a really great problem statement. For me personally, I have not yet entered into the corporate thing and still in the final year. And working on this problem statement has actually gave me the opportunity to learn new things, especially the feature engineering part. We were dealing with it, so that was very much interesting to do, understanding lag features and all the stuff, dealing with missing values. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you have enjoyed it, and I'm glad that Anshul has taken care of the team and have taught you guys a lot of stuff. Yeah,
Team did a great job.
good to hear. That's what we want, right? People who are serious, and I mean, this is everyone's putting in their time and effort, and it's again, no one's getting paid or anything, but it's just
Yeah.
helping out juniors. And I'm glad that the teams, they were serious, and this they were around up until the end, and they're still working on it. So yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Any other questions? Yeah. Okay, no questions. So we had another team, Shashank's team. So his team was working on a recommendation system. He had to leave, so that's why he's not here right now. Yeah, they couldn't finish the project either because it was a deep learning model that they built from scratch, and they were trying to train it, but just one epoch alone was taking them around an hour. So they could only get to as far as two epochs. Um, and so yeah, they couldn't get better results. They're gonna continue working on the project. And yeah, they'll be able to push the code to GitHub, and you guys can have access to it. So yeah, so it's unfortunate that he had to leave. That's why he couldn't share. And on that end, first of all, I want to say thank you to juniors for, taking this hackathon seriously and participating, and helping the leads, to make this a whole process smooth. And then I just want to thank the leads for taking up the challenge of training juniors and letting them work with them, so that the juniors can learn about how things work in industry. Um, and yeah, that's about it. Anything else that you guys want to share, leads or juniors, before I go to sleep?
I think you can go
I
to
wanna
sleep now,
say
Nikhil.
thanks to you as well as each and every junior who came and showed up, turned up, and they gave their 100%. Thanks to the juniors, and thanks Mitul for organizing this thing and making up all the calls, meetups, making it smooth. Without
Yeah,
your
no, I'm glad
efforts,
it worked
we
out.
wouldn't have made it.
Mhm. Yeah, no, no, thanks. Yeah, you worked out really well. I didn't think about it. It was just an idea that came to my mind when I was going to bed. And I was like, I'll just pitch it. If people are interested, they'll show up. Because usually these kind of things, when we arrange it, we put in effort, people don't show up. So, you know, I thought it'd be a waste of time, but turns out it wasn't. It was great. So yeah, thanks everyone again. And yeah, I'll share the recordings. And as usual, Anshul and Nikhil, please, create a documentation and put it up on GitHub for others. And I'm gonna put in the links for the README and the documentation that I've created on WhatsApp for you people. Okay.
Sure, Nikhil. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. And thanks once again. Yeah. You guys have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. See you everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Good
everyone.
night. Shut off the recording.